This will be the first time in 16 years that the NHL playoffs won't feature either Alex Ovechkin or Sidney Crosby. Considering the level of dominance that these two have shown over the last decade, it's wild to see that this day has come. From a mental perspective, this year has to be insanely frustrating for both players as they did their part for their team to make the playoffs. With 91 points in 81 games for Sid and 74 points in 72 games for Ovi, these two are still playing at an elite level. When you break down their games, both are doing the things that have made them generational talents. Ovi still scored 42 goals in the same fashion, and Crosby showed just how dominant he can be at 35 years old. The unfortunate truth is that despite their performance, the teams surrounding them seem to be at the end of the line in terms of their window. With the Penguins being the oldest team in the league with the average age of 30 and Washington being closely behind them in third, the era of this classic rivalry is slowly coming to an end. So many times this season, I truly believe the veteran leadership of the Penguins would get them to the playoffs, but countless times they failed to take advantage when their team needed it the most. Poor performance and health ultimately sunk the Penguins in net, and if you combine that with the non-existent depth scoring of this team, it was pretty obvious that this Penguins team just didn't have it this year. As for the Washington Capitals, they ran into injury trouble early on with Tom Wilson and John Carlson missing a chunk of time, and it seemed like they could never fully recover. With the salary cap being as tight as it is and both cores locked up on deals for the foreseeable future, it's likely that both teams are stuck with their aging superstars. There's always the chance that these two teams will bounce back and have a great offseason, but with both teams missing the playoffs this year, we might have seen the best of the Crosby and Ovi era. So, what do you think both franchises should do in the offseason to stay relevant, and what is your favorite Crosby versus Ovechkin moment over the years? Let me know in the comments down below, and before we end the video, I want to thank our sponsor, Hockey Training. If you're a hockey player who wants to improve your game, the Hockey Training app and YouTube channel is the best place to be. Armed with drills inspired by some of the greatest NHL players in the world, it is the best place to take your game to the next level, both on and off the ice. If you're interested, I'll leave the links in the bio down below, and as always, if you like this video and want to see more just like it, click on any of the links right here.